And so right now we are on the precipice of still expecting XRP to have a nice significant rally, as XRP usually is a laggard asset in the digital asset ecosystem, if you haven't noticed. Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video fundamental and technical analysis update on the digital asset XRP and the total cryptocurrency market ecosystem. In today's video, we're going to be picking up from where we left off in previous videos, showing you guys accuracy not only within our fundamental analytics, but also our technical analysis by utilizing institutionalized deltas. So if you guys enjoy these video breakdowns, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. We're going to keep it straight to the point and pick up where we left off. So 5 days ago, when we were hovering roughly around $2 trillion, this is our private community Zoom call from October 9th. I just want to show you guys that in our private community, we update our members. In today's video breakdown, we're going to go over some fundamentals, reading through why the cryptocurrency market cap has seen a nice uptick and what to be paying attention to moving forward. And then we're going to jump into the XRP technical analysis, going over prices, where we currently sit, targets moving forward. All right. So real quick, let's just go back to October 9th. Again, anybody that wants to join our private community, we have these private Zoom calls going over fundamentals, going over technical analysis, typed out fundamental reports every single evening during Asia session or every single morning during New York session. We'd love to have you on the team. Come join our community of like-minded individuals that are getting an inside scoop well in advance before the moves play out. So before we get into it, before I, go back to October 9th and play that video, here you guys can see, all right, where we're currently sitting at in the cryptocurrency market. Let's go to the higher time frame so it's a little bit clearer for you guys. By the way, I have my camera turned off because I am traveling. So again, bear with me. I don't have a good camera right now on my laptop that I'm currently utilizing because this is my travel laptop. So I still wanted to create some content for you guys while I am away. But here you can see we had a nice rally up into the highs of August and September, hovering right now at about 2.258 trillion. So let's just go back and recap on October 9th. That's over 6 days ago when we were talking and discussing about this in our private community. Take a second and listen. Below the previous reading, which would obviously, of course, support risk assets. So in crypto, keep in mind that we're still paying attention to that $2 trillion mark. I've told you guys that if price can hold above that $2 trillion mark on the lower time frame, it's going to paint an environment for us to continue this upwards move from September, right? So if we can hold above this bullish expansionary range and we can continue to accumulate orders, because here is an order accumulated, right? Maybe we can come back down. We can hold above the $2 trillion range and we can continue to range, i.e. buyers and sellers remaining at a battle, but then the fundamentals supporting a risk on market mood, we can continue with this upwards trajectory, but we need to hold above this previous higher low from Monday, September 16th, where the market broke previous downwards momentum, i.e. sellers in control, retested, create a higher low at $2 trillion. We need to continue to trade above that. And right now we still are. So let's remain data dependent. Right. So just doing a quick little market recap, that was us talking and discussing about the total cryptocurrency market cap. And now you can see we did hold that bullish continuation trend that we were mentioning in that specific video breakdown 6 days ago. And we tapped into higher price levels right above August, September highs. So now let's get into the XRP analysis, because again, days ago, well in advance, we mentioned to you all, and we've been tracking this for some time. So if you've been following along, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the accuracy, right? No bullish moonboy hopium, no hype, no Fibonacci's, no crazy outrageous price predictions, just institutional accuracy. All right. Here in this video breakdown, we said XRP 52 cents must hold. This was again uploaded 6 days ago. Okay. And now fast forward, actually, this is that video breakdown here. Okay, you can see 6 days ago, we were hovering at about 52 cents. And we said that 52 cents was the threshold that the digital asset XRP needed to hold above to see some higher prices. Now, nothing too significant has happened via the price appreciation of XRP, but we have seen a rally up into almost about 56 cents, and we're still holding bullish momentum. That means that price is still making higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frame, and we have failed to break below 52 cents under bearish conditions. So the market is still remaining optimistic. For example, a couple days ago when we were hovering at about 2 trillion, Bitcoin was trading at 58,000. It has now rallied over $67,000, so almost a $10,000 increase. Other digital assets across the board are seeing some gains. We will get into that in just one second. And so right now we are on the precipice of still expecting XRP to have a nice significant rally, as XRP usually is a laggard asset in the digital asset ecosystem, if you haven't noticed. So if we continue to hold above 52 cents, we are still expecting 57 and 62 cents next to come into fruition. We'll go over that in the TA breakdown. Now, let's just real fast recap what's been going on in the digital asset space and inside the private CYPRX community, because man, our private community has been on absolute fire lately. So here is our October 15th update. As of time of recording, it is the 15th of October. So here are just some quick insights before we get into the fundamental breakdown as to what has been going on in our private community. So we have been calling out multiple bombshell dollar cost average positions that have put our community in significant amounts of profit, and the bull market cycle hasn't even relatively started yet. For example, XLR, we called out buy levels on October the 1st when price was trading at about 53 to 55 cents, and it is now trading well above. It tapped over 80 cents. So it hit the new quarter 4 high at 86 cents. So that was phenomenal to see. Here are those screenshots from our private Discord. Also, we called out dollar cost average positions on Bitcoin when it was below 60,000, when it was trading at about 58,000 and some change. Here you can see our buy recommendations at 58,000. Here is the message that I sent to the private community on October 10th. And you can see the date of that message sent, the 10th of October, where Bitcoin was trading at here at this low. And since then, Bitcoin has rallied all the way up into $68,000. So there were some nice dollar cost average opportunities or trading opportunities on Bitcoin announced in our private community. And then also we called out XRP DCA levels at 52 cents. Here you guys can see this is from Thursday, the 3rd of October. And now XRP is trading well above 52 cents, nothing too significant. Like I mentioned, it is a laggard asset, but it is still above 52 cents. It hit a recent high of about 56 to 55 cents, showing again some significant price appreciation and accuracy across the board. And you can see when the 3rd of October was, where price action was trading at, and where it is at now. So always keeping our private community in advance. Now let's jump into the total cryptocurrency market cap. Again, if you want these DCA levels, these full fundamental breakdowns, these Zoom calls, these delta zones, all of that you can access inside the private CYPRX Discord. You can head over to CYPRXtrading.com. You can tag along and join our community today. We'd love to have you on the team. So let's talk about the total cryptocurrency market cap before we get into the XRP digest. Today, the total cryptocurrency market cap remains in the green, adding around $34 billion to reach approximately 2.28 trillion, surpassing the highs from September and August. Optimism in risk assets like crypto continues from yesterday, driven by several different key factors, which we went over in our October 14th update. So let's head over to our October 14th update and digest why crypto from yesterday and over the past consecutive couple of days, pretty much since mid-October, roughly starting around the 10th till now, prices have significantly increased in value. So overall, we have the reduced rate cut expectations boosting risk asset optimism, China potential stimulus, geopolitical relief in the Middle East with the ceasefire talks on the table, not happening yet, not confirmed, but still on the table, and political factors in the US. So here again, you can pause the screen. You can see all the breakdowns and the fundamentals supporting a risk on market sentiment, which we mentioned in previous video breakdowns. For example, this previous XRP breakdown and this previous private Zoom call breakdown, when the total cryptocurrency market cap was trading at around 2 trillion and XRP was trading at around 52 cents. These were all things that we mentioned needed to unfold in order to see a risk on market environment. Now, if that risk shifts, for example, risk factor, if the Fed shifts to a more hawkish stance or delays rate cuts, it could weigh on crypto prices. If China retracts the stimulus plan to reduce its scale, it could hurt global risk sentiment. A resurgence of conflict or a breakdown in ceasefire negotiations would likely prompt a shift back to safe haven assets, pressuring crypto. And then if polls shift in favor of Democrats, reducing the likelihood of Republican-controlled Senate, it could dampen the sentiment that has been driving recent inflows into crypto. So we have the positive implications and the negative implications that we need to be paying attention to moving forward. Again, you guys can pause the screen, you can zoom in, you can read these, or you can become a private CYPRX community member that gets these digests and these readings, these reports every single evening, hand typed out and delivered to you guys. Now, moving on. All right, let's head over to today's current report and let's just see if there's anything else we need to touch on before we get into the XRP technical analysis. Overall, the same sentiment shifted into today, although there is one thing that I wanted you guys to pay attention to, and that is the yen carry trade. Now, the spotlight this week is also on the Japanese yen, especially with Japan's industrial production figures due today. The preliminary report showed a sharp 3.3% year-on-year drop in August, revising the previous 3.3% rise in July. Any downward revisions could dampen expectations for a Bank of Japan rate hike in late Q4 2024. Why is this important? Because remember, in previous video breakdowns, we had mentioned that one of the factors weighing on risk sentiment back at the end of July and beginning of August, if we head over to the total cryptocurrency market cap, for those of you all who remember, one of the massive implications that created this downwards move was the yen carry trade unfolding, where on July 31st, the Bank of Japan hiked interest rates and that unwound the yen carry trades at a rapid pace. This obviously, of course, weighed on risk sentiment as the yen carry trades continued to unwind. And this is something that we are going to continue to be paying attention to, because if there is fear of a further interest rate hike from the Bank of Japan, that could be a factor that could weigh on risk assets. As of right now, that is off the table. As I mentioned in this report, a prolonged decline in industrial production may strain Japan's labor market, with the manufacturing sector accounting for about 15% of the workforce. Weaker manufacturing demand could limit wage growth and consumer spending, potentially curbing inflation. Additionally, recent comments from Bank of Japan Deputy Governor, I'm not going to butcher this person's name, indicate that future rate hikes will depend on economic data, adding to the Japanese yen sensitivity and upcoming indicators. Remember, in previous reports, like I said, we mentioned keeping an eye on the Bank of Japan positioning. Further, pushback on rate hikes would support riskier appetite. So that's something that we need to continue to see. And then something else that was extremely positive today, while we're on that note, were the geopolitical developments. Geopolitical factors, for example, Hezbollah's chief deputy, I'm not going to butcher this gentleman's name, suggested potential ceasefire talks amidst ongoing conflict in Israel. So that was also extremely positive. So all of these factors right now are supporting risk assets, particularly in this case, we're discussing crypto. Okay, so these scenarios prompted an environment for crypto to surpass the September highs, making new October highs at $2.29 trillion, and the market still remains bullish. So throughout the remainder of the week, as long as these scenarios continue to unfold, i.e. here you guys go, you have the screenshots and what to be paying attention to, we can expect higher prices in the digital asset ecosystem. Now, if any of these risk factors fall into play and the sentiment starts to shift hands, that'll be a key indicator to start to take profit as sentiment starts to shift back into safe haven assets, and larger investors than you and I, most likely, if any of these scenarios unfold, will start to take profit on their riskier assets. With all of that out of the way, we're 16 minutes into this video breakdown. The fundamental spiel is over. This stuff is extremely important. As we've mentioned in previous video breakdowns, central bank positioning is extremely important to be paying attention to, and it is why we cover it here at CYPRX. We've heard large market participants cover it and tell you guys that publicly before.
The US proceeded with a 50 bips cut on September 18th. While a couple of weeks ago, or for that matter even last week, China, on the other hand, recently launched a major stimulus package. In your mind, to your mind, does this mean for the financial markets?
Yeah, indeed. And the first point actually that I would like to make on this is that expanding global liquidity has been probably the strongest driver. In fact, I would say clearly the strongest driver of bull markets in recent times. And I don't just mean the crypto market, I mean financial markets in general, and especially since 2008, the financial crisis. Basically, asset prices are increasingly shaped by what previously would have been termed unconventional central bank policies that basically directly affect liquidity conditions. And these have actually increasingly become the dominant force in moving asset prices.
So That is why it's imperative that you all pay attention to this stuff. You join a community of like-minded individuals that is way ahead of the retail crowd. As you guys have seen in our reports, we have literally called out multiple moves in advance. We do this every single week here at CYPRX, whether it's through fundamental analytics or technical analysis. All right. Now, no more boring stuff. Let's get into the TA. Right now, XRP is still primed and poised to reach 57 cents as long as 52 cents holds. I know that it's not a bullish moon boy price prediction, but we do have an institutional sell delta at 57 cents. So we need to see buy momentum. If 57 cents is met, we need to see buyers push through 57 cents, create some type of bullish order flow, whether it's a pullback, a higher low, or a bullish continuation move, break through that 57-cent threshold with buyers' interest and buyers in control under a risk on market sentiment supporting risk asset buying in order for us to revisit 62 cents. If at any point in time we break 57 and 62 cents, you guys know for the longest time, the 72-cent threshold is our next immediate bullish target on XRP for some potential intraday profit taking. At any point in time, if 72 cents is broken, our next immediate bullish target above 72 cents, if buy momentum continues, is 94 to $1.10. All right. So you guys now have my bullish intraday targets on XRP. However, I would love to immediately see 57 cents overcome and 62 cents next. With those bullish targets in mind, we cannot alleviate our mindsets from the downside risk that still remains under any flash black swan conditions or risk adverse conditions or any change in the current market risk on sentiment. Therefore, at any point in time, the bearish targets still stand. If XRP breaks below 52 cents under bearish conditions, that means a risk off market sentiment. For example, further unwinding of the yen carry trade, further pushback on interest rate cuts from the Federal Reserve, any further geopolitical tensions and escalations that revamp in the Middle East, driving more demand for the dollar or gold as a safe haven, weighing on risk assets. And at any point in time, we can see break below 52 cents. Again, our immediate bearish targets for our next DCA levels, since we just dollar cost average in at 52 cents, is going to be 48 to 44 cents. I have a firm belief that anything above 52 cents is fair game to open up the door for higher price levels. Again, you have those immediate bullish targets. You now understand the environment that must remain stable or continue to be created in order to see risk assets flourish. With that in mind, blessings to you guys, always keeping it real and accurate with you all. No bullish moonboy hopium or hype, real fundamental and technical analytics here at CYPRX on a consistent daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. If you guys want more in-depth access to these typed out reports, my personal dollar cost average levels, my technical analysis, institutional delta zones, and a like-minded community that is always ahead of the retail herd, head over to CYPRXtraining.com. We would love to have you on the team. We love seeing like-minded individuals that actually want to enhance and further the education in this space come into our community, and we welcome you with open arms. With that being said, I will update you guys further as the markets continue to move. Be cognizant, be aware out there, make sure that you assess your risk properly. None of this is financial advice. These are all levels I'm personally paying attention to for intraday trading and investing. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video breakdown.